What's up guys, Joe here, welcome back to my channel, and today we are back with the Giro d'Italia finale. I cannot wait for this myself. Of course, we started the last episode in a great position in the pink jersey with this man right here. We're not quite in as good situation right now. So just to recap, we of course lost so much time on the Strada Bianca stage right here with Lennard Kamna finishing just in the top 100. Horrible day. It lost us so much time in the GC, but one man who hasn't flinched right now is Julian Alaphilippe. He has 75 mountain, he has 84 hill though, obviously loads of great attributes. Can he win the Giro d'Italia? I'm not sure myself. He has 3.5 minutes gap onto Milan, Yates, Mollema, and we're further back 7 minutes and 6.5 minutes down with Kamna and Ciccone respectively. We kick things off today then with a massive, probably the queen stage of the race. We have the Col d'Iseran in here, just so many massive climbs, Finestra as well for a downhill, and then a kind of false flat finish, massive stage, flat one after that, which will be very much required. Then more climbs, very steep climbs on stage 17, 18 again, big day in the GC, 6,000 meters again. Flatter one on stage 19. Stage 20 is the final mountaintop finish before we have a TT into Milan. So perhaps the queen stage of this year's Giro gets underway. Alaphilippe still in the Maglia Rosa. I just cannot yet believe it will still be there at the end of the race. Ciccone gets a -3, which for me is going to end his GC hopes. I think we'll have to try and lose time on purpose with him today so he can maybe go for the KOM jersey or something. Covey as well is going to try and go in the breakaway here. Let's follow Mühlberger. See if we can maybe get some other guys in the break too. So you can see Gazprom lines up on the front, and you know what that means in PCM. They're going to bring this breakaway in. I'm pretty sure Covey, Betancourt and Mühlberger stand a little chance, I'm afraid. So it does regroup. We have a pretty big regrouping, to be fair. Covey can sit up in this group just like that, and now we're seeing the decisive attacks. Pidcock getting in the breakaway, Miguel Angel Lopez in the breakaway. We have Fabro for us, he can sit up, wait for the guys behind. Up the road we have Masnada, Aliotti, Brambilla, Chernetsky and Dan Martinez. This is going to be a pretty strong break. So we're on an absolutely incredible descent right now. Our guys did get dropped a little bit to the top of that climb. They should be fine to come back on. Samitier, Pidcock dropped as well. Plenty of strong riders were dropped in fairness. And we have 9 minutes on the chasing peloton. That is perfect for us because, of course, that does mean Fabro and Aliotti should have quite a lot left by the time Kamna does catch them later in the stage, because those guys, they're never going to win this stage. There are far too strong riders here. So I think we can only be happy with how this stage is going so far. Bora seems to be the team trying to bring in the breakaway. They've used a few riders already. Kamna hardly used any energy. He does need to try and move up a little bit in this group there, and still 7 minutes to the guys up the roads on the Col d'Iseran. So the breakaway is rapidly becoming much fewer riders right now. Fabro is almost done, but Aliotti looks pretty good in this group. Fabro can go 60 to the top. He has done a great job today. Look at the snow at the top of the Col d'Iseran. I've tried to put Covey and Vermarker on the front because it is time to really try and push this now. Let's put Aliotti up to maybe 90 to try and catch those guys. But Kamna, Ciccone, they're both looking pretty good. Ciccone getting forced a little too far back right now for my liking, but we're looking great. So we can use Vermarker and Covey on this climb perhaps if the pace slows like it is right now. And at the top of the Col d'Iseran, Aliotti is right at the front with the elite guys. Brambilla, Martinez, Goossens, Letnerson, then Aliotti. So great job by him. Fabro can sit up as well. Probably worth waiting for the main guys. Covey and Vermarker are the guys now tempoing in the peloton, and hopefully we can get this to maybe 70 riders by the top of this climb. Let's see if we can do that. There you go, then we are down to 69 riders, and we did just have a fool, including the likes of George Bennett right there on that corner. Another fool as well, Antoine Tolhoit, Conrad involved. Luckily, Kamna, Ciccone and Moscon, despite being at the back, did manage to avoid that. Aliotti back at the front. What a ride today by Gio, Aliotti, Fabro. Probably worth riding with Nance Peters. Maybe we can sit up and wait for the group with 61 guys in right now. We're now on the Col de Montcenis, and we have AG2R, or sorry, Groupama FDJ and Quickstep on the front. Kamna up to maybe 70 now, more than he's paced pretty much for the entire stage so far. Moscon can use his gel. Fabro will just sit with these guys. Miguel Angel Lopez is in terrible form right here. He was dropped by this group on the Izaran, but hopefully Kamna can just conserve energy again on this climb. Then we're going to go for it on the Col de Fenestra. We have conserved energy all day long then, as we have just 53 now in the peloton. Up the road, of course, we have plenty of riders scattered around, including Matteo Fabro in this group, 4 minutes behind the guys at the very front. So Lopez did get back on here, as we've just seen a fall by Gianluca Brambilla, usually a very good descender, falling right there. Up the road, Letnesund and Danny Martinez. Again, I'm not bothered about the stage win at all. We have conserved these guys for Lennard Kamna to help him on the final climb, the Col de Fenestra. Let's see if this works. Oh, but this is a massive moment in the GC. Formolo, Michael Bjerg and Bardet fall, as well as Adam Yates, third place in the GC, falls right there. Oh, and that is a massive moment. So unlucky for the Brit. Kamna taking position to the front of this group. We have Simon Yates working after his brother has fallen, of course. Heartbreaking stuff for Adam Yates. Let's hope he can get back on for his sake, but otherwise, great for us. An opportunity for us to catapult ourselves up the GC even further. So we have reached the climb. Let's put Gianni Moscon up to maybe 92. He can't really pace, to be fair. 12% we are currently on. Giulio Ciccone is the man who I think is going to have to pull a turn. Moscon up to 95 briefly on the front, but he's going to go out the back pretty swiftly right here. We have 36 riders in this group right now. Let's see if these guys can get back on. We have Chavez here trying to get Adam Yates back on. Going to be so difficult for the Brit, of course. I think he is the main rider currently out the back. Moscon is now done. So we have Fabro up the road right here. Let's get to Fabro pretty quickly, as Moscon can probably sit up for the rest of the day. And here we go. Matteo Fabro can maybe try and protect Lenny Kamna. Ciccone can jump to his wheel. Let's push this straight to 82 with Kamna. We're coming to a narrow road as well. Aliotti is... what is he doing? Why isn't he moving? Let's put him to 55 on the front. Anyhow, Fabro is working so hard right here for Lenny Kamna. Let's see if we can maybe try and push some guys out the back. Simon Yates is done for the day. Adam Yates just getting back on. What a ride by him and Esteban Chavez. But I think this could be timed pretty nicely, because Fabro is now done. Let's launch it right here with Matteo Fabro. So Aliotti can now prepare for his arrival. Let's jump in the Italian's wheel right here. He can tempo at maybe 90 right now. We have a group of 7 riders up the roads, and Alaphilippe is caught behind. He has no teammates right here, and this could be very similar to Joao Almeida at the Real Giro. Alaphilippe is caught behind in a group he doesn't want to be in. Kamna is pushing on. Aliotti protecting him right now. We're in a group with Gegenhardt, Landa, Vlasov, Brambilla and Thibaut Pinot. Still 10k to go in this climb. We do need to be careful, but we have over a minute and a half. Finally, some big separation to Julian Alaphilippe. Tom Dumoulin as well in second place. So Formolo and Bardet are so far behind after their fall. You can see 5th place and 13th in the GC. Kelderman is in this group right here with Dumoulin, Mollema, also of course the pink jersey Alaphilippe as well. You can see we have another group on the road here. Groups all over the place. Adam Yates slowly trying to make his way back up to the guys at the front, as Aliotti is now done. We have 8k to go. Let's try and play this sensibly, as Aliotti is now done. Kamna by himself, but we have 1 minute and 40 to the Dumoulin and Alaphilippe group, and he has cracked finally. The pink jersey, the Maglia Rosa, is done at the Giro, and oh my word, the Col de Fenestra is mad, because we are now coming to a gravelled sector. 7.5k to go. The guys at the front, I'm not even sure if they're going to hold on for the stage win right now. Pinot, Kamna, these guys look pretty good, to be fair, this group of 6 riders. And we're starting to see 4th place as well. Bauke Mollema struggle with Alaphilippe. Yates is still further back on the road with Bardet even further behind. If we take a look, Dumoulin is pushing on a little bit, trying to get to this group of 6 riders. Kamna still has an attack in him, I believe. Gegenhardt and Landa seem to be the guys struggling a little bit. We're here with Pino. It seems Kamna and Pino today are the strongest riders in my opinion. Let's see if we can make this count to the top of this climb. So Brambilla is dropped from our group. Dumoulin is further back still, about 2 minutes. And I mean, Mollema and Alaphilippe are just losing so much time. Yates, bless him, is struggling to get back on. And I just can't stop scrolling through right now because it is crazy situation to be in. Kamna is pushing on a little bit at the front with 3k to go. I'm going to try and see if we can drop the likes of Landa and Gegenhardt this way. Let's try and go to 75 briefly as we passed Andreas Letnesund from the breakaway. 3k to go. This is pretty risky for Lennard Kamna. And Thibaut Pinot, out of absolutely nowhere, completely cracks on the Col de Fenestra. Gegenhardt is done. Vlasov and Landa seem to be the strongest GC guys alongside Lennard Kamna. Pinot and Gegenhardt, that came out of absolutely nowhere. This is a massive stage in the GC. 1k to go. Landa and Vlasov do seem to be done. So does Kamna, to be fair, as Martinez and Lopez hold on. I'm surprised Lopez hasn't been pulled back to help out Alex Vlasov here, as Kamna trying to drop Landa and Vlasov to the top as Gegenhardt and Pinot probably about 40 seconds back. And here we go. We're slowly stretching away from Vlasov and Landa. What a ride this is by Lennard Kamna and the team today, helping him out with this attack. Let's see if we can hold this to the line because we are ahead of every one of our GC rivals right now. So I have been conserving energy in this descent because we still have 7k to go. This is just an unbelievable stage of the Giro d'Italia, and I think we are about to be caught by these guys. So let's relay with them if they do want to work with me. Let's see. Landa, Vlasov and Masnada working to try and hold off Gegenhardt and Pinot, and of course the rest of the guys who are so far back. I cannot wait to see the GC after today's stage. Landa and Vlasov really aren't working with me too much, to be fair. I thought they'd work with me a little more. Let's sit on Mikel Landa. We are ahead of these guys in the GC, worth noting. So we are pretty much the first guy in the GC. These guys aren't working, so Lennard Kamna is going to launch a little move a little early on. 3k to go. Let's try and push this to the line. Can Landa follow that move by Kamna? Pinot and Gegenhardt are coming. Let's try and push this to the line. Vlasov is going to sit on my wheel. Landa cannot catch us. We're going to catch the guys at the front. I don't think we're going to win the stage. That is going to be for Danny Martinez, is it? Or even Alex Vlasov. Let's sprint up the roads. Miguel Angel Lopez wins this stage. Vlasov will get third ahead of Kamna. We drop Mikel Landa though. Very happy about that. We drop Pinot. We drop Gegenhardt. I think these guys will stay ahead of us in the GC. Let's see how far back we have to Tom Dumoulin. Let's see where he is. This is going to be so interesting right now. Kelderman further back. Then we have another minute to Adam Yates and Bauke Mollema, who is completely done. Then we have poor Julian Alaphilippe all by himself in pink. Guys, I have been waiting so long for a stage like this at the Giro. We have struggled so much in recent stages, in the last episode in particular. And finally, everything comes together today. We got some guys up the road to support Lennard Kamna. He was, I think, the strongest guy in the mountains all day long. Vlasov in the end did beat him. Not too worried about that. But the GC has been shaken up so much. Riders all over the roads. Landa, Gegenhardt. We have Pinot as well up there from the GC guys. Dumoulin loses 3 minutes on the guys at the very front. Kelderman, much more. Adam Yates, very unfortunate today, was Adam Yates. Bauke Mollema, completely cracked as well for Facebook Trek. And then, of course, Julian Alaphilippe, the race leader. No teammate support really for him. 6 minutes and 41 down. He needed a better performance by the likes of Joao Almeida today. That is for sure as well. Bardet really cracking. And so, this is going to do crazy things to the GC because Teo Gegenhardt, out of nowhere, goes into the Maglia Rosa for Ineos. We have Pinot in second now. Dumoulin 58 seconds back in third place. Alaphilippe down to fourth. Still, he's in with a shot. 1 minute and 12 down. Lennard Kamna, suddenly we were 7 minutes down. We're now just under 2 minutes down on Teo Gegenhardt. 1 minute and 56 for the German. We have Landa, Yates, Vlasov now 4 minutes down. What a race this has become. Underway we go then, and we definitely get a well-deserved break after that crazy mountain stage we've just had. A few guys attacking up the roads. I think we're just going to sit in, go for the sprint in the end, and I think we have a cobbled finish. And so today we do have a 4-man breakaway up the roads, including the breakaway king himself. Thomas de Gent is here. Little Tom Pidcock as well. Great to see for Red Bull Racing. Funny breakaway, I must say. Can't see that working. We swing into the final 10k then, and the breakaway are caught right now. Astana on the front, but Matteo Fabro trying to do a great job for our guys. You can see Ciccone and Aliotti just dropping out the back. I want to lose time with them on purpose, to be honest. It would be helpful to let Ciccone go in the break in future stages. So we'll let him drop out the back alongside Gio. They should be okay right there. Of course, staying in the time limit as well. But now we swing under the 5k to go. Banner Matteo Fabro, who is a climber, really trying to do a good job for his sprinter today. Gonna be difficult to win a sprint at this race with the likes of Ackerman and Nizzolo. Moschetti as well to our right is here. But for Marca, Moscon and Biska are going to try and do their best for sure. We have 2k to go. Right now Vermarca can kick. Biska just dropping off Moscon's wheel a little, not ideal. But now we have a left-hand corner. Moscon onto the cobbled sector. Biska trying to go for the line. Not going to be his day, sadly. Matteo Moschetti getting what I think is his 3rd stage win at this year's Giro. Kamna staying in the front group as well. Great stage right there for Matteo Moschetti. Well-needed break for the GC guys then at the Giro this year. And Ciccone and Aliotti lose just under 7 minutes, which does now mean Giulio Ciccone is 18th, 16 minutes down in the GC. He should be allowed in the breakaway from that position. Away we go then for stage 17 right now, and 265 kilometers for the riders today. A massive run-in, and then the final climbs are pretty crazy as well, in fairness. Good opportunity though for Kamna on a plus 3 days. Same with Ciccone. So I did join the breakaway with Stefan Biska, teamed up with Timon Aronsman to bridge this gap. 17 riders up the roads, and really I just want some Ciclamino points at that intermediate sprints. So 900, 800, 700 meters left for Biska. We should be able to roll across the line pretty simply ahead of Andreas Letnesund, who is currently the young rider at the race, and 152 points now for Biska. So we're now coming into the foot of the first climb, the first real effort of today's stage. I'm trying to move our guys to the front, of course, spending minimal energy as well. Covey, Vermarca and Fabro are all tempoing on the front, and I really want to assert some dominance on this climb early on due to this great day for Kamna, really. Here we are then, we are on this climb, the Passo Padre and 85k to go in total, but Covey, Vermarca and Fabro are going to really try and push it. 92 relay. Viviani, what is he doing? Not quite sure why he's tempoing. He's going to be out the back before we know it, I'm pretty certain. But Kamna sat at 75, pretty comfy at this really high rhythm. And to the back of the group, like I said, Viviani almost immediately out the back. But look at the rhythm. So many riders are going to be really suffering due to our tempo. Covey pretty much done regarding red. So is Vermarca. Fabro looking a little stronger, and it may be time probably to think about dropping Stefan Biska back to the main group to help out. But right here, Matteo Fabro is doing absolute God's work on the front. He is almost done. 84 riders still in this group. I can't believe that will be the case as we crest the climb. But Fabro finally is now done. 1.5k to go about in the climb. I think Kamna move to Ciccone's wheel. He can do a little bit of tempoing to the top to join up with Biska. And this is no ordinary group behind. We have the likes of Pippo Ganna, Simon Yates, the likes of Sepp Kuss as well has been dropped for Jumbo-Visma. So it may be worth trying to push on here on this flatter, kind of false flat section into the next climb. We have Fabro and Moscon currently on the front. It's the Nevergal climb, average of 9.2%, a massive climb as well coming up for the riders. So we're going to try a similar tactic again. Aliotti and Biska can relay on the front. We're going to try and put the pressure early on the other teams right now, especially with some teammates at the time. Fabro trying to get some water. Seems he's not going to quite be able to, which is a bit of a shame to be honest. But now all of our guys, including Matteo Fabro, Gianni Moscon dropping, and plenty of other riders from other teams as well, just going straight through this group out the back. And we have Ciccone on the front looking very healthy. I think we still want him over the top of this climb, so I'm not going to push him out the back so fast on this climb. Only 5k to go, to be fair, but over 10% right now. This is so tough. So we're not quite at the top of the Nevergal climb, but we have just 19 riders, Parapentra and Diego Ulissi, the final riders to go, and we are in a very strong position as Ciccone rolls across to take those KOM points as well. So we haven't had any big cracks by big riders in the GC just yet today, but we still have just plenty of climbing coming up, starting right here. And I think we'll go for a similar tactic. Kamna straight up to 80. We're really going to try and push this now with Ciccone protecting Kamna. Not quite as steep the final climbs as the previous two climbs, but hopefully we can still really make some damage later on in the stage for sure. And we're actually going to sit up a little bit, and suddenly we do see some attacks launched. Adam Yates and Alex Vlasov are the first two GC favourites to attack away. Landa, Pino, Alaphilippe all trying to follow. Let's push this to 80 with Kamna. And this is just such a difficult rhythm. Let's make sure we at least stay in this group. And there you go, should be fine. But Alex Vlasov, the Russian, kicks again. And we're right to the back of this group, trying to push it to 85, 80. But we just cannot move up in this group at this current rhythm. And 3 riders currently are off the front, with Brandon McNulty trying to bring them in. And look at this rhythm. We are almost out the pack at 84 right there. But those attacks come to absolutely nothing. And still 19 riders in the front group. 22k to go right now. Our guys can sit up, try and recover in this descent ahead of the Consiglio climb, which is where we're going to try and make our move. The Consiglio climb begins then. And to be fair, I thought it was slightly longer. You can see just 6k. For some reason, I seem to think it was a bit longer on paper. Let's go to 82 with Kamna. Ciccone sat on the front, so we may have to push this even a little more if we want to make some separations here. Up to 84 now with Kamna, and our rivals really are going to have to up the rhythm, with Wilco Kelderman struggling at the back. Bardet maybe struggling. Vendrame I noticed here as well. What a ride by him, but everyone else looking pretty okay for the moment. And just 3k to go suddenly in the Consiglio. And there you go, we're starting to crack at least a couple of riders. George Bennett, the New Zealander, is the first to go now. 18 riders here. Vendrame still in this group. 1.5k to go. Ciccone is starting to struggle a little bit. Let's put him to 84. Follow his wheel with Lennard Kamna. And perhaps we're going to have to wait until a little later in the stage. But to be honest, Ciccone is struggling. Let's do it right now. Kamna on the attack for T-Mobile Bianchi. Let's see who can follow us over the top of the Consiglio. And we do have a small bit of separation. Adam Yates and Alex Vlasov, the only riders who can follow, but Dumoulin doing his best to bring us in a group with Gegenhardt. And we're seeing another gap as well, with the likes of Bauke Mollema behind into the final 10k of the stage. And these guys need to work with me here. Vlasov, Yates come through, with Alaphilippe trying to work for the pink jersey. Mikel Landa seems to be struggling a lot as well. So 8k to go, 6 riders are now back together at the front, and Thibaut Pinot, out of nowhere, second place in the GC. The Frenchman has cracked. We have 7k to go. I'm not sure if we should work with these guys. Should we attack them? Mollema trying to bring in the group behind. Let's relay at 75 for now, but let's try again. Actually, Kamna is going to attack off the front. Adam Yates in our wheel. We're struggling a lot for energy now, and Gegenhardt has cracked. The Maglia Rosa is done for the day right now. He's in a bit of trouble. So is Vlasov. Dumoulin and Alaphilippe look pretty strong though. Try another little kick with Kamna over the top. It's not quite going to work. Can we hold this to the line? It's going to be so tough. I don't think we have enough energy, to be fair. 3.5k to go. Alaphilippe, Dumoulin and Yates, the only riders who can follow Lennard Kamna in this one. We have just 2.5k to go. Shall I take the wheel of Alaphilippe? Really difficult. Or should I lead them out? Try and gain as much time in the GC. We have almost a minute to the Maglia Rosa. Let's try and lead out maybe a little early, actually, right there. 700 meters. Let's try and pick up some bonus seconds. But Julian Alaphilippe takes yet another stage win. Can we beat Adam Yates? It's going to be close. We're third on the day. But big times gained on our rivals. Conrad sprinting behind. Gegenhardt about a minute down in the pink jersey. And a big crack today by Thibaut Pinot, who's going to lose almost 2 minutes after staying with the guys at the very front with about 7k to go. This is quickly becoming into an epic Giro d'Italia. Same goes for Julian Alaphilippe, because he's won about 5 stages now here in Italy. But Gegenhardt did crack 58 seconds down on Pinot, 1 minute 47. Alaphilippe though takes the stage. We were 5 seconds down with Kamna and Adam Yates. So looking at the new GC, Gegenhardt is only 4 seconds ahead of Alaphilippe. Dumoulin is within 10 seconds as well. 9 seconds down on Gegenhardt, but we are now in the top 5 within a minute of the Maglia Racer. Who would have thought a couple of stages ago? So I think we have about 9 riders who are still capable of winning the Giro this year. Bauke Mollema is only just over 4 minutes down. Takes a couple of great days. You can make that time up for sure. As we have shown, he can still do it. And you can see the other comps right here. Gegenhardt though holds on to pink. So guys, Editor Joe here, and I've just realised how long this video is going to be, so I've decided that we're going to split the finale into 2 videos. So the next final section of the Giro will be up tomorrow. Hope you're enjoying it like I said, and we'll see how it ends tomorrow. So if you enjoyed this one, hit like, drop a sub on the video as well if you're new, and I will see you tomorrow for the finish.